Hi everybody, welcome to my homestead and welcome back to the chicken coop. It is now the next morning and I'm just checking on the guineas to see, I wanted to see if they had gone outside yet. My daughter opened up the chicken coop before school and now I'm coming out here and it looks like they're still in the chicken coop. And here's our turkey, Elaine. She likes to be pet, and she'll always come to you whenever you come out to the chicken coop. Hey, Elaine. How are you? We have another turkey, and she's not like this. And then we have the two turkeys. They're both hens, and we had two toms, which our intention was to process them. I wanted to process one to see what these kind of turkey tasted like raising our own turkey, like if it was going to be good, and if it was, we were going to process the other tom for Thanksgiving. But we just never really got around to it, and they eat a lot of feed, and so when we cut down the size of our flock, when we because like there's these guys up in Wichita, every time that we have like too many roosters or we need to get rid of chickens or whatever, like we can always like call them and they'll always come down and just buy whatever we have. And so we just sold the two toms to them along with the roosters and stuff. So yeah, I'm actually not really too surprised to see the guineas in here. They're basically behaving just like any other like young chickens that we put in here or new birds. Like they kind of stick around the coop, but eventually, they're going to get thirsty and hungry and they'll venture outside. That's pretty much always what happens. And actually, I see them pecking at stuff, so seems like maybe they're eating something right now. I mean, this is hay. They might be eating the hay. And there are bugs in here, I'm sure. Like I said last time, 90% of their food comes from foraging, and so I don't know, they might be able to find food in here. But they'll make it outside at some point. I didn't bring any cartons with me, so I'll have to get those eggs later. And I wanted to come out here and check on the cows' water. It's morning, so I want to make sure that they have water during the day. Because it is hot right now. Right now we are under a heat advisory. So just want to make sure everything's good. There's our cows over there. What's going to be happening this weekend? Oh. There was a fight going on. I don't know if you saw that or not. So, we had that Holstein over there, that black and white cow, up for sale on Craigslist. And we found somebody that wanted to do a trade, and it kind of worked out perfect because we wanted to get some bottle calves and some meat cows, because we have the two jerseys. We have that heifer right there, and then we have that little one right over there. He's our bull, and we're wanting for those two to breed. So we don't really need two dairy heifers. So basically, as long as this works out, we're gonna do this trade on the weekend. She's gonna go away, and we're gonna get two bottle calves. It's going to be, this person I'm talking to says that they are Angus Hereford cross. Hereford, not to be confused with heifer. Heifer is a female cow that hasn't had any calves yet, and once they do have a calf, they're called a cow. No, so it's going to be a Angus Hereford. That's another breed cross. So I'm excited for that. So I'll probably have some videos of us giving them the bottle, and we can watch them grow up together, and that'll be fun. And then probably in, like, I think about like a year and a half or so, that's when we would get them processed. We have to schedule the butchering date right now because when the pandemic hit, it affected, I can't remember exactly what happened, but basically it made it so that there was like a backlog in butchering dates, and now they're like a year out, like literally. It used to be before, I guess, like, not that I would know, but we're just going off of what our neighbors and stuff have told us. But usually you could just like go right in and, you know, get your cow butchered without very much delay. But now it's like a year plus out. At least the last time that we checked. I don't know if maybe they've like worked the queue down, or but anyway, that's what we're expecting. Once we get these calves, we'll just go ahead and schedule the dates, and yeah, and then hopefully by that time we'll have a truck and a trailer, because all we have is a van right now. You know, and if we don't by that time, we have some friends here in town that said that they would do that for us, and you know, we'll probably, if that happens, we'll probably give them some of the meat, or we'll pay them or something like that. So I'm not too worried about transporting them. Now, you may not believe it, but all of our cattle that we've ever had, we actually picked them up ourselves with our van, and it works. We got her when she was like 7 months old, so she was like, you know, she was much smaller, still big, like, you know, bigger than like a large dog, you know, maybe the size of like a Great Dane or bigger. But you know, it worked. And same with him, our Jersey bull. Now Daisy, the heifer over there, we actually put her in the van. We put her in the van at that size. She's pretty docile, and you know, she fit just fine. You know, so you just kind of like, you do what you got to do. If we felt that it was dangerous, we wouldn't have done it, but she's very docile, and Jerseys are typically smaller than other cattle, so it worked just fine. And you know, hopefully that's inspiration to you if you're thinking about homesteading, or you want to you know, just buy land, have animals, but you don't really have any experience. Well, you don't need experience. You know, just YouTube everything. Or if you move to a small town or out in the country, there's going to be people there that will help you, and they'll help you know what to do. And you just make it work. You just make it work. And you learn as you go. And so far, you know, we've made some mistakes, but like nothing like really bad. In fact, I feel like we've been pretty successful, especially with the chickens. We were actually getting eggs all throughout the winter, and I think the key, it's the breeds that you get, but it's also just making sure you keep their water fresh, which I'm going to change that out right now after I'm done with the video. But you always provide them with fresh water, give them plenty to eat. I think that it helps that they're free range chickens as well. Their coop is super big. And that's another thing that this coop is actually like a workshop. It's not intended to be a coop, but we have 2 workshops in our garage, and we don't have a need for this other one, and it works perfectly as a chicken coop. And so I don't think that our chickens are very stressed. They have plenty of room. They free range. We don't have too many roosters, which can be a problem, I've noticed, because in the very beginning we really didn't know what we were doing, and we had too many roosters and we weren't getting very many eggs. But once we got rid of the roosters, the hens weren't so stressed out. Hi, Goose. You're being very rude. I'm doing a video right now. Jeez. But yeah, the hens were stressed out and they weren't laying as many eggs. But once we took care of that problem, they started laying again. So you have to be careful with the number of roosters that you have. From what I've read, the ideal ratio is 1 rooster per 10 hens. So yeah, that's what you want to shoot for. But anyway, I better take care of these guys' water and start working for the day. Start my work. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like this video if you liked it, hit the notification bell, and I'll talk to you next time.